All right, our next topic is finding the area of triangles when they don't have like a horizontal or vertical length right away. So like here, if I look at this triangle, these lengths are all diagonal from each other. So there's no like straight vertical or straight horizontal anything. So when we have something like this, what we do is we kind of work around it and form a rectangle and then work back from the rectangle. So what I mean by that is I'm actually going to create like a border here using all these vertices. And then I'm going to go, so I went from R to T, and then I'm going to go from T to S. And then I'm going to go from S all the way back to R. So you can kind of see I formed a rectangle around my triangle over here. So what's going to happen is we're going to take our rectangle area. So this whole area of a rectangle. So we're going to do area of rectangle. And then we're going to minus these sections over here. So I'm going to call this, we'll do section A, section B, and then section C. So I'm going to subtract these sections over here. I don't really have colors, but we'll color this. So this section is going to be subtracted off. This section is going to be subtracted off. And then this area is going to be subtracted off as well. Because once we subtract those areas off, then all that's left is the area of our actual triangle here. So we're going to minus area of A, or minus area B, and minus area C. Okay. So first off, area of rectangle. So our rectangle area is just going to be base times height. So we can figure that out pretty easily. So I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 spaces. So my base is 10. My height is 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So area of rectangle is 10 times 4, which is 40. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to that. Then I'll find area of my A section over here. So to find the area of just this section here, again, I can use Pythagorean theorem and then do like a triangle formula. So we'll do Pythagorean theorem first. So A squared plus B squared equal, well, actually, no, I don't even need Pythagorean theorem. Sorry. I'm going to count these like I do with the Pythagorean theorem, but I'm not going to use the Pythagorean theorem. So let's count the sides. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 for this side. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 again for this side. Okay, once we have the side lengths, instead of using Pythagorean theorem, that would just find like this distance here, which I don't necessarily need. I want to find the area of A. So the area of A is going to be half my base times my height. Well, I just found my base and my height. My base is 4, height is 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. So half of 16 is going to be 8. So that means the area of the shaded A section is 8. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing for B. So with B, I'm just going to count. I went 1, 2 down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it looks like, over. So again, if I do half base times height, I'm going to do half 6 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12, so half of 12 is just going to be 6. Okay, and then my C section over here. So that's going to be 1, 2, and then I went all the way over, and I think we said that was 10. So 5 and 5, yeah, so 10 all the way over. So that's going to be half. 2 times 10. Half of 2 times 10 is 20. Half of 20 is 10. Okay. So to find the area of just the center over here, I'm going to do my rectangle, which was 40, minus the area of this A section, which was 8, area of the B section, which was 6, area of the C area, which was 10. So 40 minus 8 is 32. 32 minus 6 is 26, and then 26 minus 10 is 16. units squared. And that's the area of just the center part here. So this center part is 16 units squared. Once we did the area of a rectangle and then subtracted off those outside sections. Okay, and then we'll try the next one. Was the area of triangle XYZ. So we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to make a border along all these points first. So border here. Actually, well, we have a little square here, so we'll have to take that into account. So I'm going to box this off for a second. And then we have like another one over here. So I'm going to go like over here. And then this way. And this way. So if you look, this is not a perfect square yet. So I'm kind of going to make my own square here. This way we have like this going on. And sometimes you'll have to do that, especially with obtuse triangles like this. You can kind of work around. So what I'm going to do now for this one is I'm going to take my area of my whole rectangle here. So area of rectangle minus, and then I'm going to have a few sections I'm going to subtract. So I'll say this is my A section over here. We'll do my B, C, and then I'm going to call this little like squarish area D as well. So I'm going to subtract all these off, and then whatever left over is going to be that actual triangle. So minus area A, minus area B, minus area C, and minus area D. So first, let's find area of rectangle. So my rectangle is going to be all this length. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it looks like. So that's base times height. So it's 7 times, and then this whole height, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or is that right? Hang on, sorry. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. So 7 times 5 is 35. So the whole rectangle is 35. Then for my A section over here, again, I'm going to count my side lengths. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over. So it's going to be, because it's a triangle now, it's going to be half base times height for this triangle section. So half, my base is 7, height is 5. Half of 7 times 5 is 35. So if you want to put half into your calculator, what you can do is you could do parentheses 1 divided by 2, and that would be half times 35. Or you could just do 0.5 times 35, and you'll get the same answer either way. But it's going to be 17.5. Okay, for my B section over here, again, it's a triangle, so half base times height. And we're going over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for this one, and then up 1. So half 6 times 1. Half of 6 times 1 is 6, and half of 6 is 3. Okay, so that B area is just 3. And then I got the C triangle over here. That's half base times height again. So I went over 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4. So half, 1, and 4. 1 times 4 is 4, and half of 4 is 2. And then finally, that D area is just a square, or you can consider it a rectangle. That's just going to be base times height. So for a square, it's base times height, and your base and your height are 1 and 1. 1 times 1 equals 1. Sorry, base height 1 times 1, 1, 1 equals 1. All right, so now that we got all of that, I'm going to do kind of my formula over here. I'm going to take the whole rectangle, which was 35, minus area A, which is 17.5. B was 3, C was 2, and D was 1. So if we calculate that, 35 minus 17.5 minus 3 minus 2 minus 1, and we get 11.5 for my area. 11.5 units squared. That's our answer.